These vibrational signs are the gateway to your next spiritual chapter. Have you ever felt it? A subtle shift in your energy, a strange pull towards something you can't quite name. Perhaps it was in the quiet moments when the world fell silent and you were left alone with the hum of your own existence. Or maybe it came like a storm, washing away everything you thought you knew about yourself, leaving you standing in awe of the mystery within. These moments, these vibrational signs, are not random. They are the whispers of the universe, guiding you toward your next spiritual chapter. I want you to ask yourself this: have I been paying attention to the signs? Not the signs you see on social media or in the chatter of daily life, but the ones that are uniquely yours, the ones that vibrate quietly in your soul, waiting to be recognized. The truth is, we are constantly surrounded by signals, subtle vibrations that tell us it's time to grow, to shift, to evolve. But the question is, are you listening? And more importantly, do you know how to listen?
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
The first step to understanding these vibrational signs is realizing that your current reality is not the full picture. What you see, touch, and hear is only a fragment of what's happening beneath the surface. Think about this: when you drop a pebble into a still pond, you see the ripples spreading outward, but what you don't see are the vibrations traveling through the water molecules, affecting the entire body of water in ways the naked eye cannot comprehend. That's how energy works in your life too. The events, people, and emotions you encounter daily are merely the ripples. What's truly important is the vibration beneath them. You might be wondering, what are these vibrational signs, and how do I recognize them? They often show up as feelings, synchronicities, or sudden shifts in your perception. Have you ever experienced a strong urge to let go of something, a job, a relationship, a habit, without fully understanding why? That's a sign. Or maybe you've noticed repeating numbers like 1111, or felt an inexplicable connection to a place or person. That's a sign too. And then there are the moments of discomfort, when life seems to push you to your limits. Those are some of the most powerful signs of all. But here's the catch: not all signs come wrapped in beauty and peace. Sometimes the universe shakes your foundation to wake you up. Maybe you've been through a breakup that shattered your heart, or a job loss that left you questioning your worth. These experiences aren't punishments, they're gateways. They're the universe's way of clearing the path for your next chapter. The question is, can you trust the process even when it's painful? Can you see the beauty in the chaos? Let's pause for a moment. I want you to reflect on your life right now. Are you clinging to something that no longer serves you? Are you resisting change because it feels uncomfortable or scary? The truth is, we all do this. We hold on to the familiar because it feels safe, even when it's blocking us from growth. But what if I told you that the discomfort you feel is a sign that you're on the brink of something incredible? What if the very thing you're resisting is the key to your next spiritual chapter? Think of it like this: when a snake outgrows its skin, it doesn't resist shedding. It doesn't cling to the old, worn-out layers. It simply lets go, trusting that the process of transformation will lead to something greater. You, too, are meant to shed the layers that no longer fit. The vibrational signs in your life are urging you to do just that. They're asking you to release what's holding you back so you can step into your true power. Now, here's a practical exercise for you. Take a moment to quiet your mind. Close your eyes and place your hand on your heart. Breathe deeply and ask yourself this question: what is my next chapter asking of me? Don't overthink it. Just listen. Maybe a word will come to you, or an image, or a feeling. Whatever it is, trust it. This is your inner wisdom, the part of you that's always connected to the universe speaking to you. And if nothing comes, that's okay too. Sometimes, the act of asking the question is enough to set the wheels of transformation in motion. The key to unlocking these vibrational signs is presence. You can't notice the whispers of the universe if your mind is constantly racing or stuck in the past or future. That's why practices like meditation, journaling, or simply spending time in nature are so powerful. They help you tune into the subtle energies around and within you. They create space for the signs to reveal themselves. But be warned, once you start paying attention, there's no turning back. The universe will begin guiding you in ways that are both magical and challenging. You'll start to see connections where there once seemed to be chaos. You'll feel drawn to people and experiences that align with your higher purpose. And yes, you'll also face moments of doubt and fear. But remember, every great spiritual journey is marked by moments of uncertainty. It's in those moments that you grow the most. So, I'll leave you with this question: are you ready to listen? Because if you are, the signs are already there, waiting for you to notice them. They're the gateway to your next spiritual chapter, a chapter filled with growth, transformation, and the kind of wisdom that can only come from truly living. Are you willing to trust the process, even when you can't see the whole path? Are you ready to step into the unknown, knowing that it's leading you to something greater? The choice, as always, is yours. Tuning into the frequency of the universe, how to decode the signs around you. If life is a symphony, then the universe is the composer, carefully weaving together notes, melodies, and rhythms that guide us toward our highest potential. But here's the truth: most of us are too distracted to hear the music. We're caught up in the noise of daily life, emails, deadlines, social media, worries, so much so that we miss the subtle frequencies the universe is broadcasting to us. These vibrational signs, these sacred whispers, are everywhere. The question isn't whether they exist, the question is, are you tuned in? Let's imagine for a moment that your life is a radio. Right now, you're tuned to a specific station, one that matches your current energy and perspective. But what if I told you there's a higher frequency waiting for you? A station where the messages are clearer, the guidance is stronger, and the synchronicities flow effortlessly. The key to accessing this frequency lies in your ability to decode the signs around you. The first thing you need to understand is that the universe speaks in a language of energy. It doesn't use words or linear logic, it speaks through feelings, symbols, and experiences. When something feels off in your life, that's not a coincidence. It's a vibrational signal, a nudge to pay attention. Maybe you keep encountering the same obstacle over and over again, or perhaps you feel a persistent sense of unease that you can't explain. These are signs. They're telling you that something in your energy needs to shift. Here's a practical way to begin decoding these signs. Start by observing patterns. Patterns are the universe's way of grabbing your attention. Have you ever noticed that certain numbers keep showing up in your life, like 333 or 555? These repeating numbers, often called angel numbers, carry specific vibrational meanings. For example, 333 might signify that you're aligned with your higher purpose, while 555 often represents change and transformation. But numbers are just one piece of the puzzle. The patterns could also show up in the form of recurring dreams, phrases you keep hearing, or even people who seem to appear in your life at exactly the right moment. Now, I know what you might be thinking: isn't this just coincidence? It's easy to dismiss these signs as random, but let me challenge you with this: what if nothing is random? What if every experience, every encounter, every moment is intricately designed to guide you? Think about it. How many times has something you dismissed as coincidence later turned out to be pivotal? Maybe it was a chance meeting that led to a life-changing opportunity, or a book you stumbled upon that answered a question you didn't even know you were asking. These aren't accidents. They're breadcrumbs on your spiritual path. Once you start paying attention to patterns, you need to go deeper. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? The universe is a masterful teacher, but its lessons are rarely obvious. For example, let's say you keep encountering situations where you feel undervalued or unappreciated. At first glance, it might seem like bad luck or other people's fault. But if you look closer, you might realize that the universe is showing you a pattern that stems from your own energy, perhaps a lack of self-worth or an unwillingness to set boundaries. The sign isn't just pointing out the problem, it's inviting you to heal and grow. Another way the universe communicates is through emotions. Pay attention to how you feel in certain situations or around certain people. If something lights you up, fills you with joy, or makes you feel deeply alive, that's a sign you're aligned with your soul's purpose. On the other hand, if something drains your energy, leaves you feeling anxious, or creates a sense of resistance, that's a sign too. It's not about labeling things as good or bad, it's about recognizing what resonates with your highest self and what doesn't. I want you to ask yourself this: when was the last time I truly listened to my emotions, not just felt them, but listened to them? Your emotions are like a compass, always pointing you toward your truth. But most of us ignore them or try to suppress them, especially the uncomfortable ones. What if, instead, you saw every emotion as a message? What if your anxiety was a sign that you're out of alignment, or your sadness was a call to release something you've been holding onto for too long? By honoring your emotions, you begin to tune into the frequency of the universe. Here's another practice for decoding signs: connect with nature. The natural world is one of the most powerful mirrors for your inner state. Have you ever noticed how the wind seems to pick up when you're feeling restless, or how the sun breaks through the clouds just as you're about to give up hope? These aren't coincidences, they're reflections of your energy. Spend time in nature, sit under a tree, walk barefoot on the earth, listen to the sound of the waves, and notice what comes up for you. Nature has a way of stripping away the noise and bringing you back to the essence of who you are. But perhaps the most important step in decoding the signs around you is trust. You have to trust that the universe is always speaking to you, even when you don't understand the message right away. Trust that every challenge, every detour, every unexpected twist is part of a greater plan. And trust yourself, your intuition, your inner knowing to interpret these signs in a way that feels true to you. So, let me ask you, are you ready to tune into the frequency of the universe? Are you ready to see your life as a series of sacred messages, each one guiding you closer to your highest self? Because once you do, everything changes. The mundane becomes magical, the confusing becomes clear, and the ordinary becomes extraordinary. The signs are all around you. All you have to do is listen. The energy of letting go while releasing is the key to receiving. There's a sacred paradox in the universe: to receive, you must first let go. It sounds simple, doesn't it? But in practice, letting go can be one of the hardest things you'll ever do. Why? Because as humans, we're wired to hold on. We cling to people, possessions, identities, and even pain, believing that letting go means losing something essential. But here's the truth: letting go doesn't mean losing, it means creating space. And it's in that space that the universe can flow into your life with new energy, opportunities, and wisdom. Letting go is not an act of abandonment, it's an act of trust. Think about your own life for a moment. What are you holding on to right now that feels heavy? Maybe it's a relationship that no longer aligns with your soul's growth, or a job that drains your energy but feels safe. Or perhaps it's something subtler, a belief about yourself, a fear of the unknown, or a memory that keeps replaying in your mind. Whatever it is, ask yourself, is this serving my highest good, or am I clinging to it out of fear? Be honest. Sometimes, our greatest blockages come from our unwillingness to release what no longer serves us. The energy of letting go begins with a powerful realization you cannot move into your next spiritual chapter while carrying the baggage of the past. Imagine trying to climb a mountain with a heavy backpack full of unnecessary items. Each step becomes harder, each breath more labored. Now imagine setting the backpack down. Feel the lightness, the freedom. That's what letting go does for your soul. It liberates you from the weight of what's holding you back so you can rise to new heights. But letting go isn't just about release, it's also about trust. When you let go, you're telling the universe, I trust you. I trust that whatever I release will be replaced by something greater. I trust that what's meant for me will find me. This trust is an act of surrender, and surrender doesn't mean giving up, it means giving in to the flow of life. It means allowing yourself to be guided by something greater than your fears and attachments. Letting go can also be a deeply emotional process. It's not always clean or easy. Sometimes it feels like heartbreak. Sometimes it feels like standing in the middle of a storm with no shelter. But here's the thing, storms always pass. And when they do, they leave the air clearer and the earth renewed. The same is true for your soul. The process of letting go might stir up emotions you've been avoiding: grief, anger, confusion, but those emotions are part of your healing. Feel them, honor them, and then, when you're ready, release them. One of the most profound ways to practice letting go is through forgiveness. And I don't just mean forgiving others, I mean forgiving yourself. We all carry wounds, regrets, and mistakes, but holding on to them only keeps us stuck. Ask yourself this: what am I still punishing myself for? Whatever it is, it's time to release it. Forgiveness isn't about condoning what happened, it's about freeing yourself from the chains of the past. It's about saying, I deserve peace, and I choose to let this go. Another way to embrace the energy of letting go is to declutter not just your mind, but your physical space. The things you own carry energy, and sometimes that energy holds you back. Look around you. Are there objects, clothes, or keepsakes that no longer resonate with who you are? If so, release them. When you clear your physical space, you create room for new energy to flow into your life. It's a symbolic yet powerful act of letting go. Here's a practice you can try: write down everything you're ready to release. It could be a fear, a belief, a habit, or even a person. Be specific. Then, find a way to symbolically let it go. You might burn the paper, bury it in the earth, or release it into the wind. Whatever you choose, do it with intention. Say out loud, I release this with love and trust that the universe will guide me to what I need. Feel the weight lifting as you let it go. This act isn't just symbolic, it's energetic. You're sending a clear message to the universe that you're ready to receive. But here's the beautiful irony: when you let go, you often find that the things you truly need come back to you in a higher form. Letting go doesn't mean losing, it means transforming. The relationship you release may return as a deeper connection. The dream you gave up on may resurface in a way that feels more aligned. The part of yourself you thought you lost may re-emerge stronger and wiser. Letting go is not the end, it's the beginning of something greater. So, let me leave you with this question. What would your life look like if you trusted the universe enough to let go of everything that's holding you back? What could you create? Who could you become? And what could you receive if you stopped clinging to the past? The answer is already within you. All you have to do is release the weight and step into your next spiritual chapter. Becoming the vessel, aligning with the flow of divine energy. When you let go of what no longer serves you, something miraculous begins to happen. You become a vessel, empty, open, and ready to be filled with the infinite flow of divine energy. This energy is always present, always flowing, but it cannot enter a space that is already full of fear, resistance, or attachments to the past. To align with this flow, you must not only release but also surrender. You must allow yourself to become the vessel through which the universe can create, heal, and transform. Becoming the vessel is not about passivity, it's about receptivity. It's about softening your grip on control and stepping into a state of trust so profound that you no longer question the path ahead. Imagine a river flowing freely toward the ocean. The river doesn't resist its course, it doesn't try to control the rocks, the bends, or the currents. It simply flows, trusting that the ocean is waiting. You are that river, and the divine energy guiding you is the current. When you align with it, life begins to flow effortlessly. But how do you align with divine energy? It starts with intention. Every thought, every action, every word carries energy, and that energy sends out a signal to the universe. What signal are you sending right now? Are you broadcasting fear, doubt, or scarcity? Or are you radiating trust, abundance, and openness? The universe responds to your energy, not your words. You can say you're ready to receive, but if your vibration is rooted in fear, you'll block the flow. Aligning with divine energy requires you to embody the vibration of what you desire. One of the most powerful ways to align is through stillness. When you quiet the mind, you create space for the universe to speak. Meditate, breathe, or simply sit in silence. In the stillness, you'll begin to feel the subtle hum of divine energy within you. It's not something external, it's the very essence of who you are. You are not separate from the universe, you are a part of it. The same energy that moves the stars and tides flows through you. When you tap into that truth, you stop seeking outside yourself. You realize that everything you've been searching for is already within you. Another way to align is through gratitude. Gratitude is the highest frequency you can emit, and it instantly connects you to divine energy. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your vibration to one of abundance. And when you vibrate at the frequency of abundance, you attract more of it. Start every day by acknowledging 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. Feel the gratitude in your heart and let it expand. This simple practice can transform your energy and open you to the flow of the universe. Becoming the vessel also means embracing the unknown. Divine energy doesn't always work in predictable ways. It often takes you down roads you didn't plan for, paths that challenge your expectations. But those are the moments when the greatest growth happens. Trust that the universe knows what it's doing, even when you don't understand it. Trust that every detour, every delay, every unanswered question is part of a greater plan. Surrender to the flow, and you'll find that even the challenges carry gifts. As you align with divine energy, you'll notice a profound shift in your life. Synchronicities will become more frequent. The right people, opportunities, and ideas will flow to you effortlessly. You won't have to force or chase, you'll simply attract. This is the power of becoming the vessel. When you align with the flow, you stop trying to control the universe and start co-creating with it. So, I'll leave you with this. What would it feel like to let go of all resistance and simply allow the divine to flow through you? What would your life look like if you stopped striving and started trusting? The answers are already within you. All you have to do is open yourself to the flow and become the vessel for the infinite energy that's always been waiting to guide you. When you do, you'll realize that the gateway to your next spiritual chapter has been within you all along.